Hello, I'm Tracy Hickman, Vice President for Occupational Programs at Florida Gateway College. In 2012, our institution was awarded a Department of Labor H-1B grant to train much-needed nurses for the state of Florida. As a part of this grant, the college established a Florida Nurses Now consortium in partnership with other colleges, as well as the Florida Center for Nursing and the Florida Healthcare Simulation Alliance. This consortium worked as a team to enhance nursing training through simulation. I hope you find this site useful and informative. We thank you for your interest.
The grant has been able to help us to grow our simulation program. Through the grant funding, we've been able to have new simulators, and we have simulators now that can do pretty much anything.
The quality of the equipment we were able to purchase because of the grant has just made it so much more real. So that type of equipment puts them in an environment that it's going to very much mimic what they're going to be doing and feeling in the real nursing world.
And now we have a new simulation wing that is recreating a natural hospital environment.
It is a wing in our old dormitory building that was repurposed. 5 rooms have been designed as patient rooms. They have beds, bedside tables, they'll have patient monitors, IV pumps, all those kind of things in there. We're hoping that the students will be able to utilize that building. So whether it's a pediatric simulation or a med-surg simulation, they'd be able to go over there and access those services. IT has been instrumental in going in there and finding mics as well as the video equipment and where we're going to place the cameras so that we could record as the students were doing the simulations. We have also purchased a water distiller, so we have our own prep room. We've also created an office space and a large screen TV, so the faculty could sit in the office and observe all 5 simulation rooms at the same time. By opening this simulation wing, and we've hired an additional adjunct faculty, we will be able to offer more simulations. So now instead of only having 1 simulation run at a time, we could have multiple simulations run at a time. With the consortium, that has helped us to plan our additional programs, paramedic to RN program. Their feedback was instrumental in getting that program up and running, as well as our RN to BSN program.
The Paramedic to RN Bridge program allows students who have had the first responder training and they are licensed paramedics to use their skill set and apply it to the nursing field.
There was no place around locally that did a bridge. And then when Florida Gateway got theirs, and it was a no-brainer. I think it helped that the instructors knew what we already knew and focused on the key factors of nursing that we didn't know.
The consortium helped with all of those things because we met as leaders in the consortium to plan and discuss how we were going to utilize those programs, what requirements were going to be in those programs and things like that.
The RN to BSN program allows the students who are working as registered nurses to gain the leadership skills, the management skills that are needed, and they can tailor it to their specific area. And with that, they can become team leaders, they can move up into other positions.
They actually learn how to run the simulators. That's a new skill set that they can then take into the work environment, because simulation is really the way that the hospitals are going to teach their nurses. The simulation component and what the grant has provided has allowed that kind of growth that would not have been possible without that grant funding. So we're very grateful for it, and they recognize that. I think specifically about a young woman who was interested in leadership, was interested in education, and so through the program and through the grant funding that allowed for the program, went on to to be an assistant professor here. And so she's teaching in the licensed practical nurse program.
I am so glad to be able to give back to my nursing community here at Florida Gateway College, because Florida Gateway College made me who I am today. I came to Florida Gateway College as a 19-year-old child who also had a child with no financial means to have an education. And the professors and the support welcomed me, and within 2 years I had my RN degree, and then 2 years after that I had my Bachelor's of Nursing Science degree.
We have 2 cadavers in the lab. One of them was given by the grant. We have a male and a female body, and you can compare them because they are different in certain things, but also similar in other ways.
The cadaver is, oh my God, is, do you know, is excellent tool. It's necessary in all anatomy and physiology. Every student want to do activities in the cadaver. They want to know how is the heart, how is the organs, and it's fantastic for them to do this activity.
At first I thought it was a little scary, but then I got comfortable with it when I started practicing with it more. But I had to do it because it was part of my work. And you don't go in as a lab assistant just not doing any cadaver work. You have to have at least a few dissections worth of practice.
Nothing better than a real body to compare with real things.
The Body Beast really is the best technology to teach anatomy and physiology and to do activities in our lab classes.
It is with a computer fed with real studies, and then we have an Xbox controller that allows us to review the image, to show them slowly slicing from front to back, side to side, top to bottom, and review all the internal organs in the body.
After Body Beast, they can understand the different regions and parts in our human body.
I pictured it like watching a 3D movie before going in the movie theater. And one way to grab the students' attention before they see the body viz is showing them that it's like a video game. You have your 3D glasses, you have your Xbox controller, and you just tell them to sit tight and watch the movie.
We're a smaller school, but we have state-of-the-art equipment. We have very highly qualified faculty members on our team. Now having the opportunity to have the increased simulation experiences, all of that will benefit the students.
When I first came here to Florida Gateway College, simulation was a new way of learning, and it was something that I had valued because I think in the simulation lab you can create any patient situation, have them practice in a safe environment, and be able to learn from that.
If they're making mistakes, I allow them to do that. So far, in the 4 years I've been here, fortunately, we've not killed anyone. But, you know, that's another piece of simulation, and which we tell the students, it's okay to make a mistake here. I want them to make their mistakes here, not in the hospital. And I just tell them on a good day, nursing is a difficult job, and if you are not passionate about it, if it's not something that you would do for free, I encourage them to find that passion. At some point, it's going to be them in that bed, or their mother, or their father, or their child, and they deserve the kind of care that passion in nursing brings.
I feel very passionate that I affect my community by educating nurses who will live and work in the community so that I know that I'm making a difference. It's exciting. It's an exciting time and the opportunities that the grant has provided have allowed us to go from an idea to really having it blossom and grow in ways that we could have never done without that grant funding.